I'm the last speaker, and today I will discuss with you the spiritual democracy, locating spiritual democracy in the context of religious conversion, reading Indian intellectuals. Friends, from the beginning of human history, we have been facing many problems. It is not only the entire world, India is also facing every day new challenges are coming before us, new issues are coming, and one of the issue that as India has been facing is the issue of religious conversion. And it is this issue of religious conversion that has produced communal riot, that has divided between the majority community and minority community. It is an issue that has politicized the politics. It is the issue which is related with one of the basic fabric of Indian constitution, that is secularism. All my Indian friends, they understand how religious conversion is relevant. So friends, as we all know that religious conversion, it is a process of changing one's religious affiliation, identity, worldview within the same religion or outside of it. Now this process may be voluntary or coerced. It becomes voluntary if this process begins as a consequence of individuals' higher consciousness. Now, if the process starts due to the inter or intra-religious domination, that is a concept you can better understand if you read the formulation given by Professor Rajiv Bhargava. If this process starts due to the inter or intra-religious domination, then this process may involve some coercion, and finally politics is involved. In India, lower caste and lower class people are subjected to this process. Some of the Indian converts, religious converts, have converted and reconverted 6 times in their life due to the pressure of their life situation that I researched and found doing the field work in Kandhamal, where combat happened in 2007 and 2008 between the Hindu and Christian, between BJP and RSS followers and Maowadis. Now there is difference between religious conversion caused by individuals' higher consciousness and religious conversion caused by the pressure of life situation. Now if one examines the experience of religious converts in the remote places of India, then he or she may hardly claim that their experience of conversion is based on their higher consciousness. Yes, one may say that there is a connection between life situation and higher consciousness. One may take the example of the conversion experience of both B.R. Ambedkar and Pandita Ramabai. In fact, their life situation had brought their higher consciousness. Hence, it may be said that conversion caused by the intra-religious domination may result higher consciousness and may not also. But conversion caused by inter-religious domination is deeply problematic because it ultimately dehumanizes the individual, society, and state. As long as religious conversion results from the higher consciousness of the individual, we can locate spiritual democracy. Now, what is this spiritual democracy? Now, spiritual democracy at its core proposes that every individual has an equal and innate capacity to seek, experience, and embody the divine, free from the gatekeeping religious institutions, caste hierarchy, and inherited dogmas. Locating spiritual democracy in the context of conversion means searching the difference between the genuine and ingenuine conversion. Whether we should allow conversion or we should not allow the conversion. Whether self is the only actor in the process of conversion or there are, vested interest, there are others who are involved in that process. Now, towards this purpose, this paper has examined 3 understandings of conversion provided by three Indian intellectuals such as Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar and Jawaharlal Nehru. Now all these three are contemporary to each other and do come from a pre-existing Hindu fold or are from Hindu fold. But the speciality of all these three is that while Gandhi was a secular Hindu, Ambedkar was a secular Dalit and Nehru was a secular nationalist. Now coming to Gandhi, what Gandhi is saying on the issue of conversion. Gandhi is clearly saying, I am against conversion, whether it is known as Suddhi or reconversion by Hindu, Tabligh by Musalman or proselytizing by Christians. For him, conversion is a hard process known only to and by God. It must be left to itself. Those who believe in it have the perfect right to follow their course without any hindrances or obstacles. Now for Gandhi, the cases of real honest conversion is possible. But Gandhi has mentioned that having, quote unquote, having become a Harijan by choice, I know the mind of Harijan. Here Harijan symbolizes ST, scheduled tribe. Harijan, I think scheduled caste. Scheduled caste. Scheduled caste. Now there is not a single Harijan today who can fall in that category. That is change of faith out of the heartfelt conviction and spiritual urge. What do they understand of Islam? Nor do they understand why they are Hindu. They are what they are because they are born in a particular faith. And if they change religion, it would be merely from the compulsion or some temptation held out to them in return. In present atmosphere, no voluntary change of faith should have any validity. Gandhi understands conversion as a mutual decrying of rival faiths that gives rise to mutual hatred. To him, to change one's religion under the threat of force is no conversion, but rather a cowardice. It's a coward activity. A cowardly man or woman cannot belong to any religion. Out of fear, he or she may become Muslim today, Christian tomorrow, and pass into the third religion the day after tomorrow or the day after. Gandhi has said that he would never mind if a Hindu recite Kalma. Kalma, it is a Muslim, ritual activity, right? So Gandhi has said that he would never mind if a Hindu recite Kalma willingly or with full heart. But if he does so out of fear or losing of his life or possession, then he takes the name of God in vain. Very powerful, statement given by Gandhi. Now regarding propagation, Gandhi said no propagation can be allowed, which attacks the other religion, because to him all religions are given to mankind so as to accelerate the process of realization of fundamental unity. Now for him, Hindu-Muslim unity requires toleration of each other, not as a virtue of necessity or policy, but as a part of their religion. For Gandhi, the need of the moment is not one religion, but mutual respect and tolerance of the devotee of different religions. They must be brave enough to love one another, to tolerate one another's religion, even prejudice. They should know how to tolerate the prejudice and superstition also. This requires faith in oneself, and faith in oneself is the faith in God. Now, difference of religious opinion will persist to the end of the time. Toleration is only thing that will enable person belonging to different religions to live as good neighbors, friends and cousins. That is why he was of the opinion that no propaganda can be allowed, as the propaganda was against the concept of toleration. For him, it is wrong for anyone to say that his God is superior to that of another. Gandhi He's saying we can only pray if we are Hindu, not that a Christian should become a Hindu. If we are Muslim, not that a Hindu or Christian should become Muslim, nor should we even secretly pray that anyone should convert it. But our innermost prayer should be that Hindu should be a better Hindu, Muslim should be a better Muslim, and Christian should be a better Christian. Now coming to the understanding of Ambedkar, friends, while I am presenting the different views of three Indian intellectuals on conversion, I urge upon you to understand their ethical point of view, their moral point of view. Now coming to Ambedkar. Now Ambedkar himself had converted to Buddhism. Now his conversion was primarily due to the intra-religious domination within Hinduism. It means his conversion was due to the humiliation of his life situation. But he did not convert himself immediately in reaction to his life situation. Instead, he theorized his humiliation and took a call for the conversion to Buddhism, especially in his later life, after knowing the mindset of his community, or people, after knowing the mindset of the people of his own community. So, away from Hindus was Ambedkar's defense of Mahara. Mahara means it is his own community. It is quite clear that Ambedkar was in favor of converting a community, which means his conception of conversion had a mass character. Ambedkar rejected that religion is purely personal matter between man and God, and it is supernatural and has nothing to do with social. Ambedkar rejected this position. Now for Ambedkar, the primary things in religion are the uses, practices, observance, rites, rituals, which are social only. It is wrong to see religion as individual, private and personal. It is not only social but also essential for social life. The individual has to have it, because without it he or she cannot participate in the life of the society. This is Ambedkar. Now to Ambedkar, the purpose of religion was to emphasize, universalize, spiritualize the social values and bring them to the mind of individual, who is required to recognize them in all his acts in order that he may function as an approved member of the society. For him, the social value enshrined in the Hindu practice, observance, etc. have degraded Dalit by making them untouchable. Thus, to remain a Hindu is inconsistent with the self-respect and honor of the untouchable. Before converting himself and giving a call for conversion, Ambedkar had examined various religions and its denominators, and found that the caste-like institutions were embedded in all religion except Buddhism. Ambedkar, in his book Origin of Untouchability, had tried to clarify that the untouchables of present may find their stresses in Buddhism of ancient times. He said on the occasion of Buddha Jayanti in May 1950 that all the religions founders except Buddha had presented themselves as a liberator. Contrary to all of them, Buddha, without attributing any divine power in him, presented himself as a guide, and his religion is the religion of life policy. He also made it clear that Buddhism is the religion of morality, as Buddha has attached more importance to morality in the place of karma. He said only Buddhism deals with three principles: wisdom, ethos and equality. Hence, it can save man and society. On the eve of his religious conversion, Ambedkar said, Buddhism is the part and parcel of Indian culture. I have taken care to see that the religious conversion of mine does not harm the tradition, culture and history of this land. For Ambedkar, conversion was a means to the liberation of untouchables from the exploitation of higher caste Hindus. For getting liberation, human treatment, and free from exploitation, he said that convert yourself for getting organized, for becoming strong, for securing equality, for getting equality, and for that your domestic life must be happy. If you are converting, then you must be happy. If you are unhappy, then your conversion is meaningless. So due to shortage of time, I am not taking Nehru. Nehru is also a very interesting person. Let me go to the conclusion. Now I have described the views of two Indian intellectuals. I could not discuss Nehru, but if you read Nehru, you will find all these three personalities have tried their level best to establish a kind of society to which one may find difficulty by conceptualizing on secular. No doubt, they all have different approaches. While Gandhi's views was religious, Ambedkar's emphasis was socio-economic in nature, and Nehru's focus was on politics, what I had not discussed. Right? Now, with these differences at approach level, there are also many similarities if one compare all three philosophers or thinkers with one another. All these three have a spiritual democratic value in their personality. That is very important. Spiritual democratic value. It is there within Gandhi, it is there within Ambedkar, it is there within the Nehru. Now all these three have spiritual democratic value in their personality. All of them were against the forced conversion and for conscience-based conversion. Now it is because of their spiritual democratic value they were the reason for the sustenance of secularism of their time. This is my claim. Because of their spiritual democratic value. Now we need to compare ourselves with them, whether that democratic spiritual values is within us or not. If it is not within us, then even if we will write on democracy and secularism, it cannot produce the happiness of people or citizens of India. So thank you so much. Thank you.